There's so much happening this week, guys. Keep your eyes peeled. It's a very important week. Why? In today's video, we're going to be talking about it, guys. Hello everyone, hope you guys are having an amazing day. XRP's around 57.58 cents, right? Consolidation again, just going sideways until something happens. A move up or down, comment down below. As we can see, guys, from the head research at Uphold Inc., this week will be epic, right? Or the next Don't Blame Me If. I'm guessing he's talking about the Uphold exchange, guys, which we'll have, if we have time, we're going to be talking about it towards the end of the video. But by the way, if you guys are trying to buy XRP, I do have an Uphold affiliate link down description below. But this is happening this week as well, guys. Davos 2024. So it begins, right? Around that same time frame, guys, right? The shapes and colors look very similar, to say the least, with the bearable guy 123 riddle. Now, when we talk about it's already beginning, why? Because Ripple at a WEF Davos this January. Quote, despite a bear market, institutional interest in blockchain and Web3 has accelerated in the past year, particularly among large financial institutions, banks, and asset managers. End quote. President Long said, crypto wants inside. Wow. Right? We are no longer about to be outsiders, but they will have to welcome us, guys, right? To go in, to go meet with them, guys, right? To be in the same table as them. That's insane. Crypto seeks legitimacy at World Economic Forum as Ripple president urges mature players to attend, right? Mature players to attend. Not your scam projects or coins out there, guys, right? That's insane. But we need the mature players to attend, guys, such as, I'm guessing, Stellar is mature. Why? Because the touchdown in Davos, the team is all smiles as we gear up for impact conversations at WEF 2024. Right here, guys, right? So we do see a few mature players. I'm guessing Stellar or XLM is in that same bunch, right? Or in the same basket. Now, Ripple, even Circle and Coinbase. I knew it. Of course they have to be, right? Why? Because they attended before, guys, right? So Ripple, Circle, Coinbase, Stellar, these players will all be attending this year's gathering in Switzerland, guys, right? Who resides? The shadow banking, guys. You guys know this. The crypto world has long-headed to Davos in January, but has rarely been admitted inside the World Economic Forum. Instead, it has chosen to represent itself outside the heavily guarded conference. But this year, crypto is seeking to revive its battered reputation after a series of high-profile blowups. So those in the sector are seeking, right, legitimacy at the WEF, guys. Exactly. So a lot of them do believe cryptos are going to be a nothing burger, right? But it seems like it won't. Why? We see the proof right here, guys. So it's critical for our industry to be represented at Davos by mature players who can help dispel the hype that often distracts from the real world, or the real work being done, guys. It's also the reason that Ripple is attending this year again, she said. Wow. That's insane, guys, right? Interesting. It's critical for our industry to be represented at Davos. Why, guys? So they all know and see that cryptocurrencies are legit. Check this out though from Big Short. Okay, this is fascinating. The Great Shift. Wait, is it beginning? Hold on a minute. Big Short, is the Great Shift about to begin? Right now, what could the Great Shift represent or mean, guys? I'm guessing, I had a thought. Maybe it means from the traditional financial system, right? Heading where? To cryptocurrencies, decentralized finance, right? Could that be what it means? Or could it mean as in the great wealth transfer, right? So this is fascinating, guys. What's really interesting about this is that if we check this out, guys, look at this. The quote-unquote S in the Great Shift is the only capital letter. But why? I always ask the question, why? My initial thought was that S equal 19, which is yet another 118, But what does that sucker mean? 118? Surely that's too simple, guys. Could that be? There seems to be a shift of power happening globally from west to east, a shift of balance, so to speak. We are also keeping our eye on Swift and its readjustment anytime now, right? Could it be physical? Could it be metaphorical, guys? I'm not sure, but it sure seems like there's a great shift about to begin, supposedly, as the Riddlers are stating, possibly. If you guys are enjoying today's video, please like and share it, guys. But from Davos Shorts, maybe there's a connection here. Actually, there is a connection, because this is interesting. This is weird, guys. The timing of this, okay? My wife found out I was shitting when she found the letters I was hiding. Now she says she'll never play Scrabble with me again, guys. Look at this. S is capitalized as well. S is capitalized, right? Even though there's a few other things that's capitalized, guys, but again, this was tweeted on one. Okay, let's just see the timing of this. Okay, January 14th, and then we see right here January 15th, 1:57, 5:46, right? So hours later. There we go, guys. The timestamp of this is what, 1:57, which is 13 again. Fascinating. Davos 2024. So we gotta go back to this narrative, guys. Well, because they're talking about what, guys? Regulations, right? About to be set in place, set in stone. Check this out. Why? Because there are connections here. Listen very carefully.
Is a regulator that gets it most. I don't know if there's one. Well, there's not one in particular, but what you see is now 80% of the G20 countries have crypto regulation. So
80% of the G20 countries have crypto regulations. They want to bring this in, guys, right? Again, I'm guessing why this has to be it. There's no other reason. The reason why the traditional financial system haven't or still hasn't trusted cryptocurrencies as a whole is because there aren't regulations, right? So when there are, it's going to be more centralized and it's going to be more regulated, right? It's just going to be simple at that point, guys, for them. We cracked the code. Like the video if you're enjoying it.
Mika's a great example in Europe. We announced that we will be putting our Mika hub in Ireland. And Mika is a great regulation that's custom to crypto. But you see that in Japan, you see that in Singapore, you see that in many countries around the world. Big financial centers. And so we're optimistic the US jumps into this and gets this right, but we're definitely seeing a lot of
the US hopefully jumps in and gets this right, guys. Exactly. The United States will probably come last, though. I'll explain why in just a second.
thoughtful regulation in many countries.
Okay, so the reason being is because there needs to be some type of circumstance for them to regulate it, right? Has anything blown up, guys? Nothing. I haven't seen Tether, but there has been Tether news sprouting about. Good morning to everyone except those who said they wouldn't approve Bitcoin ETFs before regulations, whatever that means. Sharp observation here about a commonly held idea in the XRP community about the interplay between adoption and regulations. If the ETF represents institutional adoption and yet Congress has still not passed crypto legislation, maybe a price does in fact come before law. Which makes perfect sense. Why? Because if cryptos rally towards upside, new all-time highs are created, Bitcoin 6 figures range, and then something implodes here. A black swan occurs. Everyone's lured in at this point as well. It collapses, and here comes Here comes regulations, guys, and it goes back up, right after after things. The legit coins and projects will go back up, guys, but the rest, whatever can't comply, I guess will die with the regulations. Whatever, right? Can't comply with regulations now. Okay, though, huge red flags. So here we have to talk about Uphold a little bit. I mean, is it because don't invest unless you're prepared to lose all the money you invest, right? And take more to learn about your assets and whatnot, guys. But check this out, though. The reason that's happening is because you get that message for every crypto investment due to the new FCA rules. It's not Uphold's choice, guys, right? It's already beginning, it seems, as they want you out, possibly. I'm not getting out, guys, because it seems like the XRP ecosystem is expanding, right? The XRP ecosystem is expanding, guys. Let's check this out from Flare Networks. Flare onboards Google Cloud as an infrastructure provider to validate the network and contribute to the Flare Time Series Oracle. You can't make that stuff up. Wow! I thought this was a joke, guys, right? Because I seen this. I thought this was photoshopped, or I thought something else was in play, guys. I thought it was a joke, but it's actually not when I seen this. Enshrining decentralized data delivery in dual role with network validation is what makes Flare the blockchain for data. Google Cloud has now join the game for the Flare ecosystem, right? Which is in turn, I guess, the XRP ecosystem as a whole, guys, which is massive to say the least. Now, obviously, there's a check mark, so it's legit, guys, right? It's verified. This was like a white swan, guys. Out of nowhere, this dropped, right? The opposite of a black swan. That's insane. That's beautiful, actually. Let's go, guys. This is massive, actually, right? In the end, guys, the more that this happens, the more legit the ecosystem, right, the whole crypto sphere becomes. So, which is a beautiful sign. But maybe there's something deeper, because indirect evidence that Google holds XRP, could that be? Right? It's indirect evidence, perhaps so. Now, decentralized finance from Hugo Filion. Let's check this out, guys, right? Things are accelerating, to say at least, not financial advice.
What does this mean for the broader industry? Let's talk a bit about the crypto market at large. Of course, ETFs are going live today, trading. What are your thoughts, stepping back and looking at this, that crypto seems to be going mainstream? You have Wall Street adoption. What does this mean for the broader industry, with Flare and other projects and things along those lines?
So I've been trying to think that through for a while. The question is, we've built digital money for a digital age. Why do we even care about Wall Street? It's what the whole industry is doing is it's unbundling Wall Street. It's, to borrow a tremendously awful phrase from Silicon Valley, it's disrupting Wall Street. My guess is in 10 to 20 years time, maybe sooner, hopefully sooner, the business models of the large financial corporations will be completely destroyed by DeFi and CeFi on blockchains, because we don't need, as a class, as a group of people, we don't need a class of people in the middle to just leech money out of us through excessive fees, massively long waiting times. So I think over the longer term,
that is true, guys. I mean, how hasn't anyone rose against that problem, right? And it's insane stuff. I don't know. It's because it seems like they're making money for free. High fees, right? All of these things. When doing anything, really, not nothing advice, guys.
Blockchain is a disruption through technological innovation. I do believe that finance will be heavily disrupted by it. And I do believe that many, many types of existing business model, especially bundled data models, which silo data, hoard it for themselves, your data. I think when a better technology comes along, ultimately it takes time for it to be used, because it takes time for it to be useful. But because it's cheaper and because it's faster, and even if with all the scaling issues in the industry, frankly, it's still easier to send dollars to someone on a blockchain than it is through a bank. And it will be easier to control your data in the future. It will be easier to get a machine learning model built through a decentralized system in the future. I think the whole point of what we're doing as an industry is to disintermediate the centralizing factors that needed to exist because we were not technologically advanced enough to be able to have trustless peer-to-peer cash.
So that looks like a good interview, guys. I may have to check that out here soon. Right, I always do when there are these important players, right, talking about certain things, especially when Google Cloud has joined the space, guys, or the partnership, right, with Flare. Now, tomorrow we have a delta for tomorrow, guys, right? Shocked faces tomorrow. Prepare for that. I'm not going to play this video, but maybe if you guys want to research more on this topic about the WEF and Davos, guys, I'll have a link down below. Right, it's very interesting to say at least. Now, the fountain for today's video comes from Baba 2025, guys. Our life 2025, right? Come on, guys, 2025. I'm excited. Oh my, it's truly about to be crazy, right? It's truly about to be crazy. Let us prepare, guys. Now, financial advice. But anyways, guys, hope you guys are amazing. See ya.